What's going on, you guys? I'm Hunter, back here at the family farm, here with Engine 5 again, following up on my series on building this thing into an RV. Just talking a little bit about the combo that's going to be in here. This thing is powered by a 429 Ford V8 engine. Makes a whopping 235 horsepower and probably around 350 foot-pounds of torque. Per the manual, this thing has 105cc combustion chambers, which means it gives it about 8 to 8.2 to 1 compression, which is kind of funny because walking over here, we have my 1970 Ford T-Bird, which is also powered by a 429 engine. Granted, that one has more like 11.5 to 1 compression because we had the heads milled. She drank only premium, and you had to add some octane booster to it just to make sure it didn't ping. That car doesn't run anymore, and it kind of smells like pee on the inside because the mice got into it. But that's a project for another day. So, 8.2 to 1 compression is absolutely perfect for boost. This is a Gale Banks twin turbo intake. This was designed for boats, and it actually came with all of the stuff for a 454 Chevy. Everything except the long block I got. I have two more water-cooled turbos. Those are by Rajay, and they need to be rebuilt. However, I do have new old stock M&W turbos by Rajay with water-cooled turbine housings. And what's cool about these is that you have to have carbon seals on these, because normally turbochargers use a piston ring seal, so it's got a bunch of rings, and they don't provide an adequate oil seal under vacuum because this is a draw-through setup, meaning your carburetor sits here, it sucks through the turbo, compresses the fuel-air mixture, and then shoots it right back underneath through here. So I got water-cooled turbos because I wanted maximum durability and I don't want them coking up. This thing already has a gargantuan cooling system in it because it's a fire truck and it's designed to be run flat out for sometimes hours at a time. So the water-cooled turbine housings are probably not going to be a problem. If they are, we'll figure it out. But once I decided that I was going to go boost, I decided to hit the books here. This is the 1976 revision of the turbocharger book by Hugh McInnes. And looking in here, I know you may be thinking, oh, it's boat stuff. What does that have to do with the truck? So we go to our choosing the right turbocharger for the application, and we look at, what have we here? Sport fishing boat. Engine speed for maximum torque is high. Duration of power boost is continuous, and maximum boost pressure is PSI. Or Jesus Christ. Maximum boost pressure is 10 PSI. Now just above there, truck or bus. Hey, I've got a truck or bus. Medium to high, continuous, and 10 PSI. So these are, in fact, the right turbos for the job. You want to know why else these are the right turbochargers for the job? Because they were about $100 a piece. I bought these off of eBay. I have no idea how I got so lucky, but it was $210 for both of them, signed, sealed, delivered. So that makes them the right turbochargers for the job as well. Now I was aiming for about 400 horsepower because this thing's not going to be a fire breather. I just want her to be able to get out of her own way. And like I said in my previous video, it's got 717 gears in the back, so this thing is up against the governor at 4,000 RPM at 70 miles an hour, which is kind of ridiculous unless you need to pull the farm out of the ditch, or I guess you want your engine screaming at highway speed, like all fire trucks tend to do, but that's neither here nor there. Now, I was initially concerned about what fuel I was going to need to use. We're going to run water methanol injection on this just to be safe, but if we hit the books again, this is the 1982 revision of the same book by Hugh McInnes, and we go in here. I wasn't able to find that exact setup. However, in here, we have the Stage 3 Banks 454 Chevy, and it produces 540 horsepower when set up for running on 88 octane gas and 640 with 91 octane. which is awesome because I'm not going to run premium in this thing. It gets about 5 miles to the gallon, or it got 5 miles to the gallon when it was running. I'm hoping with the taller gears in the back, so it'll be turning about 2,800 RPM at highway speed. I'm hoping to get 7 or 8 if I'm lucky, but I'm doing all my math based off 5 miles per gallon because I know for a fact that's what it gets. One of the other cool things is that on my last, I've been posting about this on Facebook and Instagram too, so go ahead and check it out on there if you want. That's also where I'm going to be documenting this journey too. But one of the guys who used to work for Glenn Beulah Fire actually messaged me, and he sent me some pictures of this truck back when it was in service. And I actually have a picture of it working one of the biggest fires that she ever worked, which was Fudgy Knuckles Bar. It burnt to the ground, and I'll put the picture here. And if you zoom in real close, you can actually see Engine 5 running the hand lines, putting a whooping on this fire. And one of the funniest things that this dude said was that she was not going to win any races, but she sure sounded like she was trying. And I have to agree, because at idle, this thing sounds kind of like a turd. We also discovered a mild mystery. So we go to our shop manual here and go to page on the carburetor here. Okay, so we got applies to 6.1 liter and 7.0 liter, bingo, engines, and we have a model 4180 EG, that's the electronic governor 4V carburetor. And if you look over here, oops, look over here, that's a metering plate. It's a 4160 style carburetor, but, and if we come over here, that is a metering block on the secondaries, which means that this thing has a 4150 style carburetor. So we go back to our manual here. We turn it to the page that's we got a 4150 EG carburetor, electronic governor, applies to 7.8 and 8.8 V8 engines. This is not a 534, so I'm not sure what that carburetor is doing there, whether it was a replacement or if it was part of like some fire truck prep package, because this thing is not, you know, you're not putting this thing through normal like service on a garbage truck. This thing is designed to run flat out for hours at a time and not break down while doing so. So I'm not sure if that has something to do with that or what. If anybody knows, please let me know down in the comments section below. And I'm doing this project video blog style, so stay tuned for all of that. I'm gonna be basically I'm doing long form videos on like different steps in the project. This is just kind of an overview, but I've also got videos of like real time me working on it. So stay tuned for those as well. Go ahead and do all the YouTube stuff, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.